Hey guys, this is Camry15 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys. And damn. Again, I took 1 week break off Pokemon Journeys and what did I say? I didn't really miss nothing in regards to last week's episode 41, because it was boring filler. And now I can finally say without a doubt, I think I'll definitely be reviewing back-to-back Pokemon Journey episodes, for a while. Hopefully it's for like the next 6 weeks, because I need this injected into my veins. Anyways, we are finally, and I mean finally, after all the, trailer hype and all the everything that we've been getting, from promotions from this part of the story, we are finally getting what I guess is going to be called the Darkest Day arc. In other words, this is the main story plot of Pokemon Sword and Shield. If somehow you're living under a rock and you never, played the Sword and Shield games and don't know what the main story is, well, expect to get spoiled here. If you want to get the full story of the Sword and Shield games, which Sword and Shield has been out for like, I think a year or so, get off this channel if you don't want to hear the spoilers. But like I said, I'm going no mercy. You should have already played the games or watched some other YouTuber play the games, and you should know the damn story. So, anyways. Like I said, I'm happy that the Darkest Day arc is here. I start getting so many damn pop-ups on my damn computer. Jeez. I'm finally happy that the Darkest Day arc is here, and I can finally talk about some Pokemon Journeys, because this episode was actually pretty good. Even though technically it had, well, this was kind of the episode. You already see that Chairman Rose and Elenia are already still doing evil stuff like they did in the games. You have Ash and Go essentially be Hop and the main character from Sword and Shield, the character you play as, especially when you enter into the Slumbering Weld. It's essentially that's what it was, and then the Dynamaxing getting out of control. So anyways, let's get into this stuff. I'll go over the plot points and then I'll discuss them if there's something to discuss. Now, we start the episode off with sirens blazing, and we see Chairman Rose and Elenia walk to, I forgot the one town where the Dragon Gym Leader's at, where Raihan's at. But in the games, that's also where you fight Chairman Rose. They go to the same exact core area, there. And the core that is being, the people, the scientists looking in there, they're seeing that the core, which has Galar particles, essentially are being released. And what those are, there's essentially the things that make Pokemon Dynamax and stuff like that. Essentially that energy kind of gets all the way out, and stuff like that, and somewhat like the games where the Dynamaxing, stuff kind of, this Dynamaxing energy gets out of the way. And the games, they don't show it indirectly, but they tell you in the games that, oh, there's just random Pokemon that Dynamax all over the area. Or all over the Galar region and stuff like that. So you see these energy particles in the forms of, like, I guess you could say, like, meteorites or shooting stars, essentially be spread around Galar. And you see it come back later of the aspect of, it just, when it hits a Pokemon, they just magically Dynamax. Now we cut over back to the Kanto region, where Ash is out with Go. They're playing rock, paper, scissors to see who turns off the damn lights. I don't know why. You can just turn off the damn lights yourself. But when that happens, Ash sees that his Dynamax band is lit up. So the next day, the professor, I don't know his fucking name. I need to go back and watch the English dub, because I haven't watched the English dub of Pokemon to get his English name. The professor goes on to tell them, listen, why don't you just go to Galar and investigate? And I'm like, finally, at least they're gonna go to Galar and stay there for an undisclosed amount of time. Anyways, they go on this train, and Ash says they're there to meet up with Professor Professor Magnolia, who is friends with their professor. So, yeah, which also, you know, that Professor Magnolia is also the grandmother to Sonia, my girl Sonia. Anyways, yeah, so this is when we get to the whole Slumbering Well part of the storyline, which, again, like I said earlier in the review, it's what Ash and Go essentially go through is essentially what Hawk and your main character you play as at the start of Sword and Shield, the video games. You go into the Slumbering Well, you kind of get lost because of the fog, and then you go up against Zamazenta or Zacian based on what version you have. But although this way they played out different. Anyways, because Go can't resist catching Pokemon from a damn Bunnelby eating one of their food in the train. Plus, the train is stopped because apparently there's fog, even though there was no damn fog in the vicinity. Which I'm guessing that had to do with Zacian and Zamazenta, because when you see their, I guess, retransformed states, they just make fog. Anyways, yeah, they chase it into the Slumbering Well. They eventually get split up and lost. Now Ash, he runs into Zacian, and Go runs into Zamazenta. When they're just like the video games, when you try to attack it, well, it does nothing because they make it more, you know, descriptive. So in the games, you know, when you started off with your starter Pokemon, you can't attack the thing, or none of its attacks you fired out affects it. And here they kind of explain it as a way of, oh, when Pikachu used Iron Tail, he went right through it like it was like a mirage or a ghost or something like that, but the spirit of Zacian and Zamazenta are still there and present. So yeah, and then, you know, obviously you see them do the thing just like in the video games where they're like, where they howl, and then it makes more fog, and then your character's knocked out. Go's the first one to reawaken from the state. He actually gets out of the forest, but they're too late, so obviously the train freaking just dipped without them and left it. I'm like, well, good job, guys, good job. You just left the train, and bad things happen because you guys had to just, well, Go ahead, they just catch his freaking Bunnelby. If you wanted to really go catch a damn Bunnelby, go back to the Kalos region. Hell, maybe we might see Serena. Anyways, Go actually do see the Dynamax, you know, shooting starlights going on, and then he runs into Sonia driving in her run-down, beaten-up car, looking at those Dynamax stuff. So his story is kind of done for like the most part until really the end of the episode when he calls Ash and tells him what he's gonna be doing. But yeah, we'll get to that soon. Stuff like that. When we come over to this little town, I don't know if the starting town, you know, the main character when you play as in Sword and Shield is from. I forgot that town, what that town was called. I'm sorry, I forget the Galar towns and stuff like that. Legit, I had to look up this damn Pokemon too, the Centiskorch. I had to look them up because I totally forgot about what their names is. I don't have a Switch. When I played Sword and Shield, I played off my sister's Switch. So I haven't been playing, you know, Pokemon Sword and Shield for a long time, if not for a while. Hold on for a second, guys. Okay, first things first, let me get something out of the way. For you guys, it was a quick second, a quick editing second. But for me, it was an hour. Anyways, if you want to know what I've been doing for the last hour, is my mom left some drink that she had to do for her work, and I legit had to drive on the freeway, probably about like, 30 minutes away, and again, like 30 minutes back, that's nearly an hour, or that's much more, that's just about an hour, and yeah, so I'm literally getting back here at my house at an hour. I started recording this video Saturday, 8 o'clock a.m. Got back, it's 9 o'clock a.m. So, listen, and that was not from my mom. Thank goodness. Anyways, as I was getting back to what I was saying, the Dynamax, you know, shooting stars, you know, you see this family in this one town, like I said, I don't know if it's the town your main character in the game start off in, but you see, you know, this little girl and her father have a Centiscorch. One of the Dynamax, you know, lights hits the Centiscorch and it makes it Dynamax. And essentially, when it's Dynamax, it's like going out of control and it starts attacking. We also see a Pangoro that has also Dynamax too, which Ash and Leon go after at the end of the episode. But yeah. So yeah. Anyways, we cut to Sherman Rose and Olenia in their limo, and essentially, the one thing I do like is this: they're making Chairman Rose sound more devious than they did in the games. He only got like really freaking devious or really freaking, I guess you could say, psychotic when his true plans were revealed. We never got much into it. Chairman Rose, when he was revealed to kind of be the villain in the game, was kind of like, oh, well, you're the bad guy. You're the guy who's causing all this nonsense and stuff like that. But here, he actually sounds like a damn sinister person. Like, yeah, like he has those ulterior motives. Like, right now, I don't know why he wants that. Maybe just for the power of Dynamaxing. But he legit says in this episode, he doesn't really care if there's casualties. You know, he doesn't say it indirectly, but he says, the casualties, if there's casualties, then it's fine. And I'm like, damn, you are completely different than your game counterpart. Because at least he somewhat cared. But this Chairman Rose sounds like he doesn't give a fuck. So, okay, I'm starting to like him. If they can let me like Chairman Rose in the animated version than the video game version. Because like I said, the video game version, he was fine, but it was like when he was revealed to be like the big bad guy who did all this stuff. And it's like, oh, because you did all this because Leon didn't go your freaking direction or want to back you. Here, he's doing his own thing for his own ulterior motives. Until we find out what those motives are and the reasoning behind it. We'll have to see. Anyways, Ash, he actually reawakens from his fog sleep. And he goes into this little town. He tries to stop Centiscorch with, you know, frickin' Dragonite, Pikachu, and frickin' Riolu. But none of the attacks are working on, you know, Centiscorch or nothing, even though, okay. But hey, I like it better. I like it better in the animated version than the games when it comes to a base Pokemon, you know, going up against a Dynamax Pokemon. Because, I don't know, it's just, to me, I feel like in the games for Sword and Shield, if it's a regular base Pokemon versus the Dynamax Pokemon should win outright. Because, you know, hey, it should do massive damage because the attacks are like gigantic in scale. And then two, you know, smaller Pokemon shouldn't do much of any damage, but what do I say? Because Leon literally shits on that by just using like Rock Tomb, and he beats the Centiscorch. And essentially the Centiscorch, you know, deforms from its Dynamax state, and it's more careless and, you know, it knows what it's doing now. Now, I don't know why it goes berserk, essentially. That must have something to do with what Rose is doing and stuff like that, so yeah. Anyways, Ash kind of, you know, begs Leon to take him with him to take care of some Dynamax Pokemon, and stuff like that. So Leon's like, okay, fine, you can help me, and stuff like that. Anyways, Go calls Ash at the end of the episode, and Go says he's on his way to Turf Field, which is the first city's gym leader in the Galar region, to go with Sonia to look at the ruins. And like I said, if you played the games, Turf Field is where they had the little markings about the Dynamax Pokemon and all that stuff. So that's what they're gonna go. Now in the meantime, it seems like somebody's tracking Go and Sonia. I don't know, it looked in the shape of a limo, so it could be Chairman Rose's limo, or it could be somebody completely different, but there is somebody that is tracking Go and Sonia. That's where the episode ends off, where Ash and Leon fly in to confront the Pangoro at the end of the episode. So it seems like next week they're gonna focus a little bit on what Go's doing by looking at those ruins, and then as well as what Ash and Leon are doing with the Dynamax Pangoro. But other than that, it was a pretty good episode, and I enjoyed it. And like I said, I can't wait to finally review back-to-back episodes of Pokemon Journeys, because my god, this show definitely freaking needs it. Finally, we get a main focus-centered arc, and I hope it's like at least 10 episodes long. At least give me a 10-episode arc, and then you can go back to the boring, prepless filler and stuff like that, other than the exception of bringing back characters that, you know, fans want to see. Anyways, that's it of this episode. I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what's going forward for, the Darkest Day arc. Now, the one thing I do like how they call it on the title screen. They call it, I'm guessing the first part of the title is always going to be like Sword and Shield base what number episode. Next week is to be like Sword and Shield, 2. It's like, no, it's going to be like a harder stories and stuff like that. So anyways, yeah. So anyways, I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to go watch some college football. And yeah. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys like the video, so leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode. Your hype for the Darkest Day arc finally being here now after its highly anticipated, marketing. As well as hit that subscribe button to get more Pokemon Journeys content. Like I said, only review episodes that are based strictly on the main story or episodes that are interesting. Other episodes that I see that are going to be boring and pointless, I'm not going to watch. Like legit, I'm only going to, the English dub is going on Netflix. I'm just going to rewatch those boring, pointless filler episodes in English dub. So why would I waste my time watching the Japanese cut instead of me? I'll watch the English dub version of it, even though I'll probably sit there and be like, I don't care. But it is what it is. Also hit that notification button if you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you get all the daily updates to when I upload to this channel. Anyways, guys, this has been Cat15. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. And yeah, till then, guys, peace.